Hey everyone, it's Mari, and I'm here today with a 12 by 12 process using the gorgeous Felicity Jane Chloe kit. And I'm going to start out with this cut file of these butterflies, and I'm going to back the cut file with a variety of different papers from the Felicity Jane collection. And I actually ended up using some of the cut apart sheet from the kit for some of the printed papers that back the cut file. And you'll see that cut file in a few seconds here. I'm just going to splatter some black color shine down here diagonally, kind of going in the same direction as those diagonal lines on the frame that I use, that pattern paper for the frame around the layout. The white paper that you see there, that's the background, it's almost like a Swiss dot, and it has an embossed dot on it, and I absolutely love that paper. It's gorgeous. So you can see the cut file there now with all of the papers backed onto it, and I just love how that looks. I love the colors in those papers. I think they're gorgeous. And this is a black and white, obviously it's a black and white photo that I printed of Bailey, and it's obviously long or tall and skinny. And I like the justification or the size of that photo for this layout. Now, what I'm going to do here is play with a whole bunch of different papers to use as a photo mat for the photo of Bailey. I don't end up using really hardly any of these in the end, so I don't use that craft. I try a few different options here. I thought maybe I would use some black and white, but it's just too bold. And I end up choosing something that's much more subtle because of the boldness of that cut file and those pattern papers that are already on the layout. I didn't want to take away from that. And I, of course, wanted the focal point to be that photo over top of the really gorgeous pattern paper. So I end up going with just a really subtle print that's just got, it's white with just some little sketched flowers on it, and that paper comes from the kit as well. So you'll just see me continue to try out a bunch of different papers, and really what I find when I'm doing my scrapbooking process is trying things out is the only way, obviously, that you're going to see if it's going to work or not. And so I have a little spot in my craft room where I keep all of those little bits of paper that I can use. I oftentimes will print my photos in a similar size or shape to this, so I can use these bits and pieces of paper on other layouts, definitely. So I'm not too worried about that, and it's more important for me to make sure that I have just the right paper that I'm using there. So I'm going to use a bunch of the different little puffy stickers and embellishments from the Chloe kit. And what I really love about these Felicity Jane kits is you get just the right amount of things with a kit so that it doesn't feel so overwhelming, I don't think. Not for me anyways. Like I really think there's a good balance of all of the different supplies that you get. So there you can see that's the pattern paper that I chose behind that photo. So I've got a couple of pattern papers there as my photo mat. I just took the papers and lifted up the edges a little bit just to give them a little more dimension. And now I'm going to stick that down with some foam tape just to lift it up off that cut file. And I like how that looks. Now I've also added some gold splatters on here too with some Shimmer's Vibes called Eggnoggin, and I've added those little puffy heart stickers there too, which are absolutely adorable. They're probably one of my most favorite things from this kit. I don't end up leaving that ribbon down there at the bottom that I just put on there, that brad, it's a Dear Lizzie brad. I really love it, but it didn't feel quite right for this layout, so you'll see me change that in a little bit. Now I'm going to take this really sweet puffy sticker that says happy on it, and that's going to be part of my title. And the other part of the title is some Heidi Swap puffy stickers that are a really beautiful glittery gold, and that's going to say happy place, and that will be the title. And now I'm just going to take and embellish the rest of the layout with some flare buttons and some little puffy gold hearts from that Heidi Swap sticker sheet with the alphas on it. And yeah, I'm going to put a couple flare on there. I'm going to put a few gold sequins down as well. And that little bow, that pink bow on there is actually from the Chloe kit as well. So I'm going to just sprinkle a few things around here just to finish it off. I don't want it to be too much. I don't want to put too much more on there, but just a little bit more of embellishing, and then it'll be finished up. So I love that little flare with the little bird on it. It's adorable. And I actually, there was a sticker sheet in this kit as well, that had a bunch of different, like some cactus on it and that kind of thing. And I'm going to stick some of the stickers with some gold on them on the layout as well, just to finish it off. So you can see I'll be doing that here at this point, and I'm just kind of trying to figure out where I want those to go, and I thought that they went best beside those flare buttons. You can see I did a little bit of sewing around the edge of the butterflies too, and I just loosened up my bobbin so that the black bobbin thread would show with the yellow thread that was in the needle. Okay, that's about it. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed my process. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and I'd love to have you subscribe. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.